Hello, beautiful people. This is Cindy Pressgrace with Cindy's Realty Group by EXP, and I do want to talk about so many things. Okay, I know it's been a while since I've actually posted about real estate, but now let's go get back into real estate, okay? Stop with the whole other videos and all that. Let's go ahead and get you guys situated with all this. I want to talk about what's really going on. Okay, what is really going on with you guys? Tell me about this. Okay, so you guys have been stressing about the whole issue that we are in a housing market, housing crisis. People, let me break it to you. We're not. There is a recession, and there is a difference between a recession and a housing crisis. Yes, the market is not going to crash. That means the difference between a recession means that it's affecting like other sectors of the financials and all that nationwide, worldwide, but it's not affecting the housing market, meaning that we're still in a low inventory, meaning low supply. That means that our houses continue to appreciate. If you guys saw some of my videos previously, that means that our appreciation by the end of this year, is going to be no less than 9%, no less than 9 or 10%. And this is actually stated by NAR and MBA and other actual legit sources that I can actually read and tell you guys about. But I do want to tell you something really, really important on this. What does the rest of the year hold for you in the housing market? And what does this mean for you as a buyer and a seller? And why is it so important to know more about it, right? Okay, so if you're thinking about buying or selling, this actually is going to be for buyers and sellers. Yes, I'm going to be talking to both of you, okay? So this is what you need to know. So you're actually in an exciting position. Like, should I buy? Should I wait? Should I what? Okay. And anytime you make a big decision like that, there's one thing you should actually considering is the timing. So what does the rest of the year is holding for you in the housing market? What does that mean if you own a house? What does that mean if you don't own a house and you're actually going to buy a house, right? So let me tell you a little bit more about this, okay? And I want you to get this straight in your head. The number of homes available for sale is likely to grow. Don't panic. Do not panic. Sellers, do not panic. Buyers, don't get that excited, okay? This depends on where you're at. This is going to be determined location, area, and where you're at nationwide. I'm talking about the states. I'm not talking about anywhere else. If you're talking about Georgia, we're still in a hot market. It's sizzling. It's hot. It's like, woo! All right, it's going to fly off the shelf. But you always have to bring your best offer. And that is really important to actually contact a really good real estate agent. Yes, it is frustrating at times, but believe me, there's ways to work around it. It's fine. It's actually pairing you with the right lender. But let me talk to you a little bit more about this because I need to tell you a few more pointers and give you more information because I want you guys to ask questions, comment below, and share this. All right, so the numbers, yes, the numbers are going to increase little by little, but don't worry about that. I got you guys covered. So there are early signs that housing inventory is starting to grow, and experts say that should continue in the month ahead. So this is according to Daniel Hale, chief economist at Realtor.com. Yes, the gap between this year's homes for sale and last year is 1/5 of the size that it was at the beginning of the year. Okay, people have decided to move. They're saying, like, you know what? Interest rates are going up. Let's go ahead and make that move. I want to put my house in the market. Let me see what I can get for it. So the catch up is likely to continue. Yes, that doesn't mean that we're like, oh my gosh, we are in a buyer's market. People, hold your horses. And this is really important for you guys to understand what's really going on. It doesn't go through one ear and goes out the other. Okay, listen to me. Listen. Okay, so the growth will mean more options for shoppers than they have had in a while, even though inventory continues to lag a gap pre-pandemic normal. So do you understand that? Okay, now I'm going to talk about the buyers. As a buyer, having more options is always welcome news. Wouldn't I like to have options? Of course, anybody loves to have options. I got my blue highlighter, I got my pink one, I got my green one. I got so many to choose from, right? Hmm. All right, now let's go back to the housing part. But just remember, housing supply is still low. So be ready to act fast and put in your best offer up front. And I'm going to tell you why. So I have a house on the market. Okay. That house on the market is a week. All right. I tell my seller, I'm a listing agent. Tell my seller, you know what? We're just going to keep this on the market for a week. We're not going to make a decision. When you actually make a decision as a buyer, we have 2 or 3 offers on the table, maybe more. So now you're thinking because it's been in a week on the market that you can actually ask for closing costs, ask for everything you want. But I have multiple offers on the table. Does it look cute? Of course. But do I want more? Do I want to get the best offer for my client, my seller? Of course. So you need to bring your best offer to the table as a buyer. I'm still going to be looking at what type of loan it is, due diligence date, how much earnest money, and so forth. So they're still looking at all these things. Stipulations, are you asking for something? All right, buyers, I'm telling you this. Now, sellers, let's go ahead and talk to you. Okay, so as a seller, your house may soon face a little bit more competition. Now, if you're looking for a good agent, it is very, very crucial not to take pictures with your phone because you know what? Once they swipe left or right, do you know the app Tinder or Bumble? Yes, people, yes. You don't want it to be like, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that like 20 pounds or 50 pounds more than that picture? Is that an old picture? People, we don't want this to be Tinder. We don't want this to when we're selling your house, when I'm selling your house and marketing it, I want people to see like, wow. So if I'm telling you, because you're facing a little bit more competition to fix something, you better fix it. You better have it smell really, really good, impeccable, all that, because we want offers on your house. We don't want it sitting 6 months on the market. Okay. So now, because when you may face a little bit more competition with when other sellers list their homes. But good news is that if you're buying a house, now I'm going to tell you, if you're buying a house, you actually have more options, which is really, really good. So that means the pressure is kind of off from there because it's actually going to make the process easier because you're going to have more selection in the buying process. Okay, but keep that in mind what I told you from the seller perspective. Okay, hire an agent that does not do cell phone pictures. And agents, if you're looking at this, don't get offended. All right, so mortgage rates will likely continue to respond to inflationary pressures. People, I cannot pronounce some words, and this is one of them. Okay, don't don't judge me. Whatever, make fun of me all you want to. Fine. Okay, so experts also agree that inflation should continue to drive up mortgage rates, albeit more moderately, maybe a little bit more moderately. So if it's going from a 5.25, it might be going a 5.35 or a 6 or a 605, which I think that does not work, but it's an example. And I'm not a lender, but hey, it might happen, right? So I am going to tell you here that Odetta. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Odetta Kushi. Yes, this is Kushi. Deputy Chief Economics at First American says ongoing inflationary pressures remains likely to push mortgage rates even higher in the months to come. So people, if you think that rates are coming down, no, they're not. You missed your boat on that. But keep that in mind. Rates are moody. They go up and they go down. They go up and down. They don't know. It's like a stock market. Let's not even talk about stock. But anyways, as a buyer, now I'm talking to you, buyer. Work with a trusted real estate professional. It is really important to guide you and pair you with the right lender, because there's different ways of being able to come up with a solution. Because what is their goal? To become a homeowner, right? That is really important. So, and you know what? It's really important to understand what's going on with the rates. Should you lock in your rate now, or should you lock in your rate later? People, there is a solution for everything, and that's why I'm here to actually pair you with the right lender that I can actually explain to you what are the processes and what alternatives we have for you. Not a lender, I'm an agent. So, and how this is going to impact your purchasing power. So, I want to tell you a little bit about the purchasing power. So, remember when I told you about the lower the rate, the more you'll get as the more house you'll get, and the higher the rate, the house that you're going to be able to buy. So the longer you wait, this is the house that you're going to buy because you missed your boat on this one. So because of the high interest rates, this is the type of house that you're going to be able to afford, because that's going to be your purchasing power. Remember when I told you that the lower interest rates would be able to buy more house? Okay, say bye-bye to that now. Welcome to your house. So it's really important to know your purchasing power and what are your alternatives. People, if the rates are high, you can always refinance when they go down. Just wait 6 months. Okay, so now let's go ahead. So I hope you guys understand that. Now, as a seller, rising mortgage rates are motivating some homeowners to make the move up sooner than rather later, because you know what? They'd rather do it now than wait later, because we're looking at 8-9% interest rates by the end of the year. That is a speculated. I didn't say that's going to happen though, just in case. But if you're planning to buy your next home, talk to me. Let's see, let's figure it out, and let's actually talk about let's build a strategy plan. So home prices are projected to continue to climb. Yes. 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 Home prices continue appreciating during a recession. Keep that in mind. A recession is not a housing crash or a housing market crisis or anything like you guys are saying or seeing in the news or anything. No, it is not. All right, so home prices are forecasted to keep appreciating because there are still fewer homes for sale, because we're still in a deficit of 4 million homes. So what happens when there's low inventory? Supply and demand. We're going to statistics 101. So there's still fewer homes for sale than there are buyers in the market. That said, experts agree that pace of the appreciation should moderate. So last year we had around 19 to 23% appreciation. Now this year we're looking at a 10%, or it might be more. It depends. Keep in mind, this is a nationwide thing, but it all depends on where you're at. So I just wanted to let you know that depends. So home prices are forecasted to keep appreciating because there's still fewer homes for sale than there are buyers in the market. So this is really important. So that said, experts agree that the pace of the appreciation should moderate, but home prices won't fall. Will not fall. Lawrence Young, Chief Economics at the National Association of Realtors, that means NAR, explains prices throughout the country have surged for the better part of 2 years. In the first quarter of 2022, given the extremely low inventory, we're unlikely to see price declines, but appreciation should slow in the coming months. I already explained this to you. How do you want me to tell you more? Okay, so now let's talk to you as a buyer. As a buyer, continued home price appreciations months up means it will cost you more to buy the longer you wait. But it also gives you the peace of mind that once you do buy a home, it will likely grow in value. That means your house will appreciate. Don't worry, I got you covered, people. That makes it historically a good investment and a strong hedge against inflation. We had talked about this in a few videos. Take a look at my videos, people. As a seller, price appreciation is great news for the value of your home. Again, lean on a professional like me to give you guidance and to let you know what is the best conditions as possible to help you sell and buy your next home. All right, so now I'm going to tell you, whether you're a home buyer or seller, you need to know what's really happening in the house market. Stop listening to like, oh my gosh, the house is going to crash. No. This is so, like, people, please talk to a professional that actually know what's really going on. Educate yourself, find information. Let me know if you guys have questions or anything to make you help, to have you help. So you can make the most informed and educated decision as possible. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions. So this is Cindy Pressgrace with Cindy's Realty Group by eXp, and have a wonderful day.